I'll be sharing 5 ways of attracting new customers, meaning carriers, so that you can dominate the independent freight dispatching business. So I do have one bonus training at the end, so please stick to the end. I'll be sharing these amazing strategies with you, and obviously at the end we will do the Q&A session with you guys. So I'll be taking the questions. So and again, the reason why we doing these Q&A calls, because we get a lot of emails from prospective students, from our students as well, about ways of getting customers. And the Q&A calls in general we do to support non-students. For example, if you're not a student, we support, we provide training like these for free. So one of the main questions we get a lot of emails as far as Kamal, like how we can acquire customers. Do you guys can share ways of marketing, like what's the best way acquiring a customer? And it's very it's a legit question. And obviously, if you're starting your independent freight dispatching business, you need a carrier. You need your first customer, and this is crucial. Without the customer, you can't survive with your business. You need a customer. So one of the main questions we get a lot. First one is obviously how you can get started in this independent freight dispatching business. We have this free resource, which is our YouTube channel. And please join, subscribe to this channel. And then we also have below this video, in the description box below, we have our social media channels. For example, our Instagram page, we have Facebook groups. We have about 9,000 people already. So you can join and learn. That way it's free resources for you to start. This is how you get started. But if you really need guided support, then we have paid training. And again, there will be a link below this video. And as I said, we prepared this live Q&A session for today, and we spend a lot of time so that you get let me make sure that you guys getting the value out of this. So I'll be sharing today 5 steps. These are the steps that we actually we've done it. We've gone over these strategies. I'll be sharing with you all of them. There are many strategies and tactics how you can acquire a customer. And again, these are important. But obviously, if you don't implement, if you're not taking notes, if you're not implementing, obviously you're not moving, right? So I'll be sharing strategies with you. But if you stick to the end, because of the exclusive offer will be at the end of this video, this live Q&A training, I would say, session won't be published. So we're not publishing this video. So if you stick to the end, I'll be sharing with you. This is the new strategy, and DAT solution is released this acquiring customers for independent freight dispatcher. This is the new it's actually in beta right now, but you can use right away if you have the Load Board subscription. And again, the links for everything that I'm I'll be mentioning, for example, software or Load Board or training, links will be below this video. So let me share screen, and I will just start with the first and as I said, there will be 5 ways of acquiring customer. This is the first way. So, and again, I'll be going over these. At the end, I'll be taking your questions. So please prepare your questions. So let me share my screen real quick with you. There you go. And obviously, guys, first thing, not many people, leverage this, but, actually is the trade shows. It's a trucking shows. It's in the United States, obviously, because this is, for the US market, right? So how you will be, and again, there will be questions like, Kamal, well, I'm international, so I'm not in the United States. But guys, since this COVID hit, this pandemic hit, and then there are a lot of trade shows happening digitally, so that means you can attend virtually. There are many trade shows that you can just be at home and then attend trade shows. And the main reason why you will be attending the trade shows is because there are leads meaning potential customers. Those are the carriers, those are the brokers, and they are the shippers, right? So if you can search online for the trucking trade shows in the United States, for example, 2021, and again, based on our research, about like 70, about 80%, they're doing virtually, so you can attend virtually. And obviously, if you want to attend, let's say you have to be present, meaning physically be there in the trade show. That means you have to pay, a lot of money to be there. But if you attending virtually, that means you pay less. But again, why you attending and why you should attend trade shows? And again, guys, as I said, we did and we do attend a lot of trade shows, and I'll just show you an example. This is my the Instagram account. As you can see, we do a lot of trade show, and this is how we get customers. So attend trade show. This is the first way of acquiring customer. And again, then there will be question like, Kamal, okay, maybe I'm international, maybe I'm in the United States, okay, I'm attending these trade shows. Like, what's the reason? Guys, the lead generation is the key here. That means you get the contact information from carriers. If you're trying to connect with brokers, then obviously getting the contact information. Then right after the trade show, then you sending your, let's say, marketing materials. That means you're pitching your services. This is the first way of acquiring customer. And again, I'm not going into detail because the limited time we have. So the second is actually, we can break it down into two, let's say in two groups, saying like, this is the offline, how you can do marketing or acquire a customer or customers. And then the second part will be online, how you can find customers online. So the first actually is the how you can acquire a customer offline. The second way how you can acquire a customer is actually, what we have is the truck stops. Carriers use truck stop a lot, right? They need fuel, they need parking, they need rest, for example. And this is how you approach. And again, there will be maybe students of mine, maybe there will be prospective students asking like, or the in general question like, Kamal, like, I hate talking to people. I really, it's not about that I don't like people, but it's like, I'm introverted. Like, I can't talk to people. I'm like, person behind the computer, and I can, use my team and then advertise my services that way. But you can definitely do that. But for some people, and actually I do have, students that they use these tactics, and actually this specific one, and they get a lot of, carriers this way. And the one thing with this, approaching carriers on the truck stops, approaching carriers, think about this way, that, most of the, drivers in these trucks, there will be drivers. It's a company drivers, right? So there will be some carriers that like owner operators driving their own trucks and trailer, then you have a customer, like meaning, your potential customer. But be careful that most of them, there will be drivers for a company. It's a company driver. Then obviously there is a approach how you can approach these guys. Actually tactic is a little bit different how you can approach the owner operator. But this is in general how you can acquire a customer. This is the second way how you can acquire a customer. So if you guys getting a value out of this, please let me know, and I will be taking the question in a minute. Be there, please. So then these are the two ways. And then the bonus for this one, meaning for offline, customer acquisition, is you can actually go to directly, search. If you search in this channel, there is a DAT directory. This is how you can search like carriers, physical address. Then you can go there, like it's a door-to-door selling. It's very powerful, but again, some people won't do it. And again, I said there will be some people like behind the screen, so to speak. But if you're the type of person like, hey, Kamal, I'm really good at selling, actually we got our first, dispatcher, this guy approaches. Well, he first called us, then he approaches and said, hey, I'm an independent freight dispatcher, I really want to work with you guys, right? Or with you guys. So this will be another like a bonus way of customer acquisition when you just do the lead generation, and then actually in your local area, if you are in the United States, for example, this will work. Just go to carriers offices and then pitch your services that way, right? So why? Because most carriers, they will be looking for independent freight dispatchers. So awesome. Let's move on to now how you can promote your services online. So this is offline and this is the online. Online meaning using Facebook ads. We are creating brand new module inside the training. We'll be guiding students from zero to acquiring customer using social media like Facebook ads, or how you can actually use Facebook ads. So this is another way, and then this is an example. Like, have you seen those ads? For example, maybe you're searching for something in Amazon, maybe shoes, Nike shoes, or something like that, and then you are browsing using your social media, meaning your Facebook account, and then boom, that Nike shoes pops up right in front of you. That is Facebook ads, right? So if you leverage Facebook ads, now we're leveraging Facebook ads, we get a lot of leads per day. So this will be another way of how you can acquire a customer. And again, I'm not going into detail, actually showing how you can create, ads, and how you can just, target your owner operators using social media. But I'm sharing the ways how you can acquire a customer. So this, works like crazy. And then the other one is the Google ads. A lot of, students using the social media, which is Facebook ads. And I do see some of my students, and we've done in the past running Google ads, and actually how you just, advertise your independent freight dispatching businesses using Google when people or carriers, if they're in the market searching for independent freight dispatchers, they'll be like typing keywords like independent freight dispatching or dispatching services, something like that. And then if you're advertised and if you do the right way of targeting these carriers, then your business will pop up right in front of them, and then click. And then obviously this is how you acquire a lead. So these are the two paid ways of online how we can acquire a customer online. These are the two paid, right? Facebook ads and then Google ads. We talked about trade shows, we talked about truck stop. This is the offline, and this is the paid online, which is Facebook ads and then Google ads. Then obviously this will be the bonus for the, if you're trying to, let's say, finding carriers organically, meaning you're not spending any money, leveraging what we call is Facebook groups. And again, inside the training, we teach in depth and actually share tools how you can acquire a customer using the Facebook groups. So this will be the bonus. It's actually engage in the conversation inside the Facebook groups. For example, groups for carriers, groups for brokers, or groups brokers for brokers / carriers. And then this is where you go there and then start the conversation with the potential client. And again, as I said, guys, for those of you who really, stick with me to the end, I have this bonus training, which is DAT Power recently shared, come up with the new way of acquiring customers specifically for, I would say, independent freight dispatcher. So this Thursday, we do every Mondays and Thursdays, we do training, quick Q&A training for live Q&A training for our paid students, Mondays and Thursdays. So this Thursday, I'll be sharing this tactic, meaning you're not leaving your home, so you can be any part of the world and you can just avoid these things, right? And then you can just use your load board, and then obviously you need a load board subscription. I'll be showing you, like, it will be about 2 hours of training. I'll be sharing this tactic with my paid students. So I want you to join on Thursday, so it will be 3 p.m. Eastern time. And again, for this, you have to be one of my students. And again, I'll be sharing the link. This will be the link for the up-level dispatching course. This is the coaching / mentoring program with me. So, and again, I'll be, let me pull this real quick, the link for you guys. So if you wanted to join the course, this is the link where you can go and join the course. So in order to join the the training, up level dispatch training this Thursday, that I'll be sharing this tactic with my students. And in what I'll do is that we talked about this with with our team, and I said, okay, for 5 students that they join today, and you must join today. So if you miss this opportunity, now obviously we're not posting this video. So if you join today, then I'll be offering 30-day mentorship, meaning you will be getting extra one-on-one help so that you can get started with your independent freight dispatching. Meaning I'll be coming up with the plans, and then I'll be guiding you for 30 days. I'll be there with you. And again, I said 5 students because the seats are limited. I can only manage 5 people, like one-on-one at a time. So if you're really interested in joining this training, so this is the link where you can join. I'll take 5 students. Not only you're getting the independent freight dispatching training, the information side of the training, you will, plus on top of that, you will have the live Q&A calls more in detail on Mondays and Thursdays. But for 5 students for today, all on top of that, I'll be including my mentorship, meaning I'll be personally with you there for 30 days, creating your business, coming up with action plans, every script you need, everything you need so that you can start marketing, and then I will personally help you get your first client. So guys, I'll just spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes getting your or answering your questions. And again, what we'll do is that on Thursday, this Thursday 3 p.m., I'll be sharing something really cool. It will be 2 hours of training. It's not about just the 2 hours of training. So you'll be joining my program, and then you will be with me. It's an ongoing process, but this Thursday will be very specific because the DAT solution released this it's in still beta, but this is how you will get customers, and I will be doing 2 hours of training. So let me take questions, and then we'll go from there. Let me see. So what we have is that, okay, hey Kamal, how are you? Says is one of my students. Good. How about self? Vienna says hi all. Hey. Okay, let's see if we have questions. If you have a question, and then questions, and I'll start taking your questions, and then we'll go from there. And again, this is the link where you sign up for the course. And again, for new coming students, there will be 5 seats limited. And the reason why is that because I'll be offering my providing my support, meaning the mentoring support will be there. It's just 5 students only. And again, so if you have questions, please let me know. If you don't, we'll just end the the Q&A call, and then I'll see you inside the training, and then we'll go from there. So let me see. We have Brendan. His question: how do you get over the objection of not having experience? Thanks, Kamal. Great channel. Well, thank you. Well, you're welcome again. So Brendan, it's a great question. When it comes to experience, this is huge, and I think it's it's like internal thing, stopping people doing great things. And hey, I need an experience. I want to work with the carrier first, then I will start my independent freight dispatching business. But think about it this way: create your own business and let your business give you the experience you need. I think this will be an amazing experience you will have with your own business, and you will learn a lot with your business. And when I say with your business, and again, it's not a multi-million-dollar business, it's just a startup, right? This will give you the motivation and inspiration, to do something great, right? And that is an experience. When you create your LLC and start working on your business, that is an experience. And if you're the type of person, when you say, Kamal, I'm not there yet, but I think I really want to work for a carrier first, and then I'll maybe start my independent freight dispatching business. But think about it this way: when you approach carriers, for example, if you're looking for employment opportunity or just getting an experience, then yes, somehow they will give you the job you need, or maybe give you the experience you need, but it's very limited in how that experience is different than your starting your own business, and your business gives you the experience you need. Because carriers, they're really big. You just be with you behind your shoulder and showing, hey, click here, click there, and then this is how you do dispatching, and then let me show you, come over here, I'll show you how to run a business. This is a marketing department, this is the sales department, right? It's not gonna work that way. It's basically what they will teach you if you pay them thousands of dollars, obviously, for their time. So they will, what they will do is that they will just show you how you can log in, into the load board, and how you can search for a load, and how you can talk to a broker. And again, they're not, will share their, I would say, tactics and strategies that they use in their business. They know that you're there for the training, for example. They're not going to teach ins and outs of the business. So you're missing business aspect of it, and obviously you are losing a lot. Obviously you're losing your time, and energy. They will be just teaching you how to log in into a load board, search for a load, maybe talk to a broker, and how you can dispatch. That's it, but not business aspect of it. So I would recommend, and again, right, it's your personal choice, but I would recommend starting your own business, obviously with the help of a CPA or small business attorney, or maybe you have a training where they will guide you how you can start your company, and let your company give you the experience you need. Hope that helps. So let me take this question. I feel like I'm ready, but Katie has constantly declined my service due to like inexperience. Okay, and obviously everything comes, or I would say boils down to the training. And obviously, yet that is like, this is the truth, right? This is the truth. I'll be like 100% transparent with you, is that training is everything, right? Experience, yet, well, actually you can think about in terms of your experience, your training, because in the training you're actually getting the experience, right? So it's all about pitching to carriers, what to say, what not to say, right? So when you're talking to carrier, for example, you are over the phone, I'm over the phone, maybe we're on a Zoom call with you. I don't know anything about you, you don't know anything about me. Maybe you know that I'm a carrier, maybe I know that you're an independent freight dispatcher, but do I know your experience? No. But the right approach is this is where it's important. It's what we call inside the training is the doctor patient analogy, right? So you build an authority, like when your conversation starts, right? And again, there's some tactics to approach this and or implement this, right? So this is very important. And your carrier, like, maybe he's in business for about 6 months, but he's new too, right? So everyone needs to start somewhere, right? So there is a tactic. Maybe you're missing this tactic, and this is why it stops you. Okay, so let me take this question, but great question, by the way, Brendan. Peter says, hi, Kamal. Hi. I've been wondering what's the best service to use to invoice your carrier so I can get paid on time. Do I do it myself when I load his info, or do I invoice them? Okay, good question. When it comes to get paid, I would recommend using software. I do have list of softwares that you can use. One thing is that you can use something called QuickBooks. This is something like general. Most people maybe they know this. You can just invoice using, I don't know, PayPal or something like that. It's basically how you set up your business. This is very important. If I see how you set up your business, then I can say this is the tool you need. Since I don't know how you set up your business, then obviously I can help just recommend maybe services like PayPal, or just a generic invoice and send to your carrier. It's tricky though. There is a trick to this. Maybe you can use factoring companies to secure how you get paid. So this is very important. Okay, let me take this. First step was to attend a tracking trade show. Okay, and I get it. Okay, Bit could explain for a couple of minutes, but the second one, truck stop. My question is, how do we implement this step? It's basically, if you're in the United States, if you are not international, and obviously, so if you're in the United States, let's talk about this way. This is door-to-door selling, right? The main idea is door-to-door selling. So door-to-door selling is basically you just approaching your customer directly. You go there. So in the truck stop, you just approach, and then obviously you will have the marketing materials, but this is, sounds simple, but when it comes to implementation, the language you use to attract those, owner operators and carriers, this is where the money is. It's not about just, approach them saying, hey, here's my business card, call me. I do independent freight dispatching, right? So there is like a right way approach. There's obviously a wrong way approach. And, what I see is most of the time people approaching the wrong way, but the strategy is the right way to do it, right? Just go there and talk to owner operators, but this talking, like how we approach, this is very, very important. Great question. Okay, so this is, can you do a video where you teach us how to do all payments method, all the transactions? Thank you. Well, yeah, I would love to, but obviously, it takes some time to create those videos. And again, the payment methods, it's obviously how you set up your business and then you integrate this payment system. But I do have a training, the video in this channel. I think it's a paperwork process. You can just watch that video. I think it covers some of your questions. Okay. So let's take this. Do we visit truck stops and start the conversation with the carriers? Yeah, obviously, that is the approach. Yep. Okay. Kamal, okay, Boris says, Kamal, you are the best. Well, thank you. Every cost for the effort. Okay, thank you. Okay. So Brennan says, thanks, Kamal. You're welcome. Okay, so this is, really, tricky question when it comes to taxation or taxes. Can I open an LLC even if I'm 21 years old? And obviously, guys, this is the advice from my, attorney. I can't say this. You have to do your own research. And obviously, I'm not a CPA. This is a quick disclaimer, and I'm not a lawyer. So please seek professional help, getting this, because it may, get help with this question. It maybe in one state is different, and then another state is different. So I'll just say I don't know specifically to this question. Please seek out professional help. They will help you with this question. So okay, Baron says, how do I help new carriers get loads, even though they are new, or convince broker to trust them? It's like, I'm a brand new doctor and then nobody hires me because I don't have an experience. But it's just, worth the trying, right? So you have this training, and then you have your business up and running, and then your carrier invested a lot of money in his trucking company. And brokers, they know this, right? But some companies, I would say brokerage companies, they're kind of busy running their businesses. I would say it's not about like, I'm not, work with these, the brand new carriers, but it's all about like, hey, I'm busy, I do have a list of carriers, right? And what that means is that you just need to do extra calls. That's what it takes to get a load for brand new client. Peter says, thank you, Kamal. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, there you go. So what's the best way to track multiple carrier or clients for dispatching? Obviously, your best help will be the TMS. And actually, we're partnering with one of the companies. I'm not releasing the information yet. We have great the software. It's a TMS software specifically for independent freight dispatchers, not for the company dispatchers, not for carriers, specifically for independent freight dispatchers, because we have about 14,000 students, and we get a lot of questions, and they demand this. Kamal, we get up and running. We have clients, and then I really want to manage multiple carriers. What's the software? So we do have a software, but it's coming up. Okay, it's a great question. Okay, Erica says, what is the best factoring company for dispatcher? Awesome question. And again, this, Erica, I'll just, hold on to this because I'll be releasing will be a new announcement maybe next week. We partnered up with the company that they will be helping our students. And obviously I'll be sharing, the company that they're really good at. I would say they're really friendly with independent freight dispatchers. And why I'm doing this is because I'm serving independent freight dispatchers. I teach people how to become independent freight dispatchers. And obviously I provide, services to them. Okay, so this is the tool that I use. For example, I used DAT Power and I recommend using DAT Power. And I understand that some people, won't, get the DAT Power because of the cost per month, and then I will say, okay, I used to use Trucker's Edge, so you can start with the Trucker's Edge, for example. So I do have a software that we will be switching. I would say we're not using yet, so we'll be testing it first to see how it goes, and then we'll be sharing with our independent freight dispatchers. So please hold on to this. It will be amazing, software. So, well, obviously, it's a great questions. Let me see if we have more questions. There you go, Rosa. Okay, I think she's one of my students. Hi, Kamal. Hi, Rosa. Probably out of a topic question, but I could have made the transition from my job to my own business. Okay, probably out of a topic, but how? Okay, so how? So you have your full-time job, and then you have your business. You'll be kind of transitioning. Okay, I'm the one provide for. Okay, so this is tricky, right? So you have a full-time job, and obviously, so you're bringing money, and then you're bringing something on the table, right? So this is very important. You're taking care of your family, and you have your full-time job. What I would recommend, and obviously don't leave your job, right? Because business is different than job. So once your business, up and running and start generating some revenue, then you can, consider transitioning from, being an, full-time into become like, full-time, I would say, business owner running your own business. But when you complete the course, and obviously you do have these Q&A, calls, attend these Q&A calls, and then let's build the system. Now your business starts generating some revenue, and again, you're not leaving right away. You're just, becoming a part-time employee, right? So part-time employee for your business as well as part-time employee for your employer. Then when your, business replaces your income, and you have maybe at least like 8, to 1 year or 12 months of, reserves in your business, then you can consider leaving fully, right? Transitioning from your well, I would say quitting your job and then start running your business. Hope that helps, but it's all about like generating revenue first, then you can leave. Okay. So do you currently dispatch as well on the side? Dispatch, yes. Dispatch trucks, but not personally. Dispatch Trucks LLC provides independent freight dispatching services to carriers. We have, carriers that we, serve, and I do have independent freight dispatchers, and we provide services, but at the same time we teach people how to do what we do. And for your question, yes, we do, but I'm not personally dispatching, but I used to dispatch. So I own a company that provides these services. Yes. So let's take this. Vienna says it is an okay, I will share a question, but the beginning of the independent dispatching business, how many trucks can a dispatcher handle simultaneously keeping current full-time job? Okay, I'll be transparent with this question because you have a full-time job, like one of my students, Rosa, she asked a question, transitioning from full-time. If you're a full-time, and obviously you can just build your business on the side, and trust me, like I used to, like I've been in that place. I know it feels horrible. If you have a full-time job and you start your side hustle business, you're not quitting. Obviously, you're not leaving your job, but it's hard to build a business, on the side. That is the one thing. And then once it's built and you start running it, it is even harder. For example, right? So you have a full-time job, and then you running full-time your business. I would say almost impossible, but I do see people trying. But what I can recommend is that maybe you can become a part-time, then you can start, I would say start executing like marketing and start getting clients. But if you are a new independent freight dispatcher, and you can handle maybe up to 5 trucks when you're starting out, right? And when you have 5 trucks, that will be full-time job for you, be honest with you. So if you say, come on, I'll be doing like, part-time, and then part-time like 1 or 2 trucks, you can easily do that. But I won't recommend, and I think it will be really nightmare, working full-time, and then running your business full time. So you can become a part time, and then you can start with one or two carriers. You can run your company that way, but you will realize that your business will demand a lot of attention from you, right? So it's almost impossible work and do the business, right? So you do either one. So this is the truth. Maybe there's some people saying that you can do that easily. I'm not agree with that, right? Because your business will become very quickly your full-time job first. Then you can transition being working on your business when you build your system and obviously hire people. So let me take this. Are there enough carriers in the United States, let's say, for the high probability of dispatchers joining? Think about this. Obviously you will have the competition whatever you are, an independent freight dispatcher, or maybe you are a carrier, maybe you are a broker, right? So competition is actually good, right? So, and I had one of my students ask me this question, said, Kamal, you have about 14,000 students. I don't think there are a lot of opportunities in this business. I said, well, think about, out of 14,000 students, how many you think they're running their businesses, right? They have different life situations. For example, some people just go out of business within 6 months, right? Some students will stick about, like, I don't know, 2 to 3 years, but it all depends on you. But if you like evaluating your market like this, saying, I don't know how many carriers out there, but I do know that there are a lot of dispatches out there, then obviously you're leaving a lot of money on the table, right? Competition is good. If there's no competition, I won't go there. But if I see that there's a competition, I will just jump in. And this is where I jumped into the import export business. I realized that there's a lot of competition, and obviously it's equal to, I would say, the market share. It's like billions of dollars, and same with the transportation. It's almost $800 billion dollar industry. That a lot of money to be made, but how you make that money, it's actually it's up to you, because you're unique, right? So I'm providing my independent freight dispatching services. You are providing your independent freight dispatching businesses, but your voice is unique. The way you deliver your services is unique, right? So please keep that in mind. Okay, let's see this. Okay, Aliner says, hey Kamal, hi, I'm an independent dispatcher. Okay, can you kindly make a video on Facebook and campaign setup for marketing purposes in order to get carriers? Yeah, we are creating the module from and obviously great things takes time. So we're creating a module, but it's for the paid students. So let's see. A lot of questions, by the way. Can a carrier have more than one dispatch? Is that possible? Well, I would say if this carrier has maybe, I don't know, 25 trucks. One of my friends, he has a 25 trucks, and he has about like three dispatchers, and he also helps with the dispatching. But yeah, if there's like more than 2025, then yes. But if like carrier maybe like me 4 or 5 trucks, then obviously one carrier will be enough, and then owner obviously with his team will be focusing on growing the business. So Vienna says, thank Kamal, you're welcome. Okay, Barry says, realistically, what are the most lucrative freight if I started today going into the fall? Is it reefer? Is it flatbed? Is it the drive-in? Drive-in, a lot of competition, obviously. Reefer is tricky because of the appointments. I'm not going into detail because I'm not in that particular market. But flatbed market is, I think, it's a lucrative business. Yes, and car hauling even more lucrative, but there's like advantages and disadvantages. Yeah. So Vienna says, I just asked because since I'm working from home due to the COVID, okay, I would like to use this opportunity to open my business before returning back to the office. Well, yeah, and you can do that, obviously. Yeah, I didn't know that you're working from home. Yeah, that's good. But then going back to office there is news going around on the internet that I don't think most people, about 90% of the people, won't go back to the office. So they're like, it's like almost everybody going into like being a digital, like virtual office or something like that. But it's not there yet, but this is where we're heading to. So yeah, obviously you can do that. So let's take this question. And obviously, we get a lot of, as I said, this will be about 40, 45 minutes, and we'll have another, 5 minutes here. But, we get a lot of comments saying, hey, Kamal, your videos are long. But as you can see, guys, you ask questions and I do my best to answer your questions. So yeah, a bit of a long video, but, question, comes in, I have to answer them. So you said that they're independent freight dispatchers working for you a few minutes ago. Okay, that'll be like, a specific question. A few minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, you said this and that. Okay, cool. That means you're paying attention. Good. Do you still hire independent freight dispatchers who just have finished a different dispatching course? Well, I'm in the process. I do have 3 students that I'm in contact with. I think they're really good fit. Obviously, why not? So I teach them personally. They know my work ethics already. They sent me a proposal, and I do see, like, I have the personal relationship with them. Yeah, why not? So and again, if that my student, so if there's somebody else's student, then obviously we need to go over the training first. Yeah, that is a possibility, obviously. Yep, great questions. Well, guys, thank you. It was obviously great questions. Thank you for asking these questions. And again, I will come back to this the course that we have. And again, on this Thursday, I'll be sharing this. Let me share the screen. I shared these 5 ways of acquiring customers. And then on Thursday this week, I'll be doing 2 hours of in-depth training how you can get your first career. It will be with my students. So if you wanted to be part of the program, so this is the link, and there will be a link below this video. This is the link where you can access the course. So if you become one of my students, and then for 5 students joining today from this video, I'll be personally mentoring, helping for 30 days, building your business. So if you're ready to join, please join. So if you have any questions, please email me, info@dispatchtrucks.com. And I would definitely want you to join the course, and then let us help build your business. And again, guys, thank you. We're doing these Q&A calls every Tuesdays and Fridays. Fridays and 12 p.m. Let's meet on 12 p.m. Friday. But again, if you wanted to join the course, please, there will be a link below the video, and I will see you inside. Thank you.